Remains of a female vampire found with sickle around her neck and toes with padlocks in Poland. A 17th century vampire skeleton found near Bydgoszcz, which archaeologists believe is a vampire. The research team from Nicholas Copernicus University in Toron found that the corpse in the village of Peen had a sickle around its neck, which they believe should protect it from the returns of death, and a padlock on the big toe of its left foot. According to expedition member Magdalena Jagroska, the discovery was a first for Poland. This is a unique discovery that's never been anything like it, she said. Poor people known as witches or vampires were always feared. Even after the death, people had gone to great lengths to prevent them from returning from the grave. Professor Dariusz Polinsky, who led the team, said this example of anti-magic is unusual. He said, methods of protection from the return of the dead include cutting off the head or feet, laying the deceased to bite the ground, burning and crushing with stones. However, in this case, another method, a sickle placed across the neck, previously unknown on polished soil, was used. It was not placed horizontally, but was placed around the neck in such a way that the head would most likely be severed or injured if the deceased tried to stand. There was another item in the thumb, a padlock closed on the big toe of the left foot. According to Professor Polinsky, this symbolizes the closing of the stage and the impossibility of returning. Archaeologists say the way the woman was buried was also unusual, as she was buried with such a care which they found surprising for classic anti-vampire practice. On her head, she wore a silk hat which was very expensive in the 17th century and, according to archaeologists, denoted a high social status. Another striking feature is the woman's protruding front teeth. This has led to speculation that her unusual appearance may have led superstitious locals to brand him a witch or vampire in the 17th century. Archaeologists first explored the site near Bydgoszcz in 2005-2009 when they discovered an early medieval tomb containing high-quality burial items, including silver jewelry, semi-precious stones from necklaces, bronze bowls, and pieces of silk clothing. They returned this year hoping to find more. When they failed, they turned their attention to a nearby 17th century cemetery that has been ravaged by agriculture. Archaeologists examine the parts that are most endangered. In doing so, they discover a sensational grave, which they immediately recognize as an anti-vampire cemetery. Although this is the first case in Poland of an anti-vampire burial with a sickle around the neck, many suspected vampires have been found. The Peen remains found were taken to Toron, where they will undergo a detailed examination. Thanks.